So toxicology was one of the very big subject in the ancient days. We have come out with a device, a technology, where we detoxify the salt. The sodium chloride remains the same. The marine toxins are driven out. If you use it in your milk, rice, whatever your gravies you make, the vegetables, all that kind of thing. As you cook, before cooking, you add 25 ml and cook. It neutralizes all your come out of the dependence of medicines which you are taking day in and day out on diabetes. Even insulin can be reversed slowly once you can start all this. If you can drink honey 3 times a day, 100 ml after your food.
Have you heard of the word functional food? Come, let's know why and why should we use it in our daily lives. Hello and welcome to Dr.C.K.Nandagopalan's YouTube channel. I'm your host Susan and I have here the star of the show, Dr. C.K.N. Welcome, Doctor.
Hello.
What is functional food? This is a new term for us. What does it mean?
Functional food is not a new term. Anything beyond your regular food, which is food again without any chemicals, or functional foods. It's very simple.
Can you give us an example?
Say, for example, that we have spoken about the sugar innovation. So sugar is sucrose, right?
Yeah.
And then it is glucose plus fructose molecule as a disaccharide carbohydrate. So what we have done without any interference of solvents or chemicals, we have made sugar glycemic index lower and made it diabetic friendly and fructose free. So it becomes functional food.
Oh, wow.
So when then I worked on salt, then what happens when you draw the sea water onto the land and dry it up through the sun and take the salt out, what about the marine biology toxins? So toxicology was one of the very big subject in the ancient days. We have come out with a device, a technology, where we detoxify the salt. The sodium chloride remains the same. The marine toxins are driven out. The marine toxins are not being studied in vivid manner by the modern science so far. That becomes functional food. These are the functional foods. This also comes under another banner called nutraceuticals. This is what is functional food. Now, I think you have a grip of it. You can understand what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
Doctor. So,
Yeah.
Like we said in the earlier episode, we give a solution for the toxic agricultural products that we get every day, or the toxins used in agriculture. Are we trying to remove this?
It's not the question of toxin what we use in agriculture. The one part of agriculture toxin which is used is the pesticide. Pesticides are toxic in nature. So the fertilizer residues, they have their own impact on the human chemistry. These two. So whatever I've been working in the area of food and nutrition and water management, and I also worked in the area of agriculture. So I developed in the recent past about nearly in 2003 I made the sugar and made it available in 2012 for the people. It's a long journey. And then I worked on the salt in the same period, and I used to give it to a lot of people, my friends and relatives and all that. Slowly I give this to only known people in a big way as a gesture. And then I developed 3 years back Nanir, which is a vegetable extract. It's very simple. It's a water, and you use this 25 ml in all your cooking. For example, if you use it in your milk, rice, whatever your gravies you make, the vegetables, all that kind of thing. As you cook, before cooking, you add 25 ml and cook. It neutralizes all your fertilizer residues and pesticide toxins and all that makes food very tastier. So there's a lot of relevance in eating food, hot food on banana leaf, which we advise people when they are diabetic walk into us. Then we made another vegetable extract by the name, it's all water, Liver Pro. It's a very beautiful one. We give it to a lot of known people. It is not sold in the shelf. These are all things cannot be, it can be industrialized and done in a big way, which I am not
Yes,
doing all
doctor.
this. I only.
After hearing a lot of testimony from your patients, many of them are asking us online that if we can supply those Nanneer and Liver Pro.
Oh, all that people are ordering from courier and taking it. And 50 ml of this, it has a specific vitamin C and 8 types of vitamin E at the nano level. You have this 50 ml in the morning. As you get up, 10 minutes later, you can have your tea and coffee. It's a water only.
Can you explain what it is all about? What is Liver Pro about, and what is Numness?
See, liver is the major organ in the body, ma. Liver is the major organ which can do everything to you, which is responsible. The same old diabetes mellitus or hypertension, everything is a liver-based problems. So in order for you to recorrect the liver problem, you need a stimulator once your liver is on the lower side. That's all. Very simple. And you're not going to treat them with chemicals. Because the liver is the guy who's going to recognize every foreigner inside. And you're going to give him some water. And the water has the nanomolecules and it's more than enough for the liver. So slowly you bring back your liver to normal frequency, a normal functioning.
Can everybody have this, doctor?
Right from 3-year-old child to a 100-year-old man can have it. No issues, no bar. Then you have the herbal wellness, which is a blood purifier. It's again a vegetable extract. It has certain vivid components inside. And there are many molecules which we study, and we find them and then we extract them. And then extraction is done without alcohol or solvent or anything, by water extraction. So it all becomes human friendly. They are all the functional foods. If you take 1 liter of water, put 50 ml of herbal wellness and drink this one water whenever you drink water, it purifies your blood in a big way. This is one. And if you can practice the sugar of 30 to 40 grams per day, I would suggest 40 grams and sugar in your cooking. It is going to help you in a big way. You can slowly come out of the dependence of medicines which you are taking day in and day out on diabetes. Even insulin can be reversed slowly once you can start all this. If you can drink Nanneer 3 times a day, 100 ml after your food, then Liver Pro and exercise Liver Pro and herbal wellness and exercise salt in your cooking, and then have 30 to 40 grams of sugar per day with your tea and coffee and lime juice. Avoid all the fruits which are having too much of a chemical spray while coming into the market, from the market to the customer. Increase the shelf life and ripening and all that kind of thing. They have contaminated the entire fruit industries. You're going to avoid fruits. And I would rather, in my understanding, that I request the diabetic world to stay away from fructose. So you avoid corn and fruits. Fruits are more of fructose, corn is more of fructose. And then the sugar, life sugar, what we are giving is free of fructose. And if you're going to do all these things, like these are all the functional foods. These are all called the functional foods. 3 types of water and, and IB God, the kovaka in Tamil, IB God. You take 5 pieces of them, don't keep them in the fridge to maintain the vitality of the molecules, buy every day fresh and keep it on the table. Take 5 of them and cut them into small pieces and put it in 500 ml of water, boil it down to 100 ml, filter it with a separate filter and have it once in the morning, once in the evening, half an hour before your breakfast and half an hour before your dinner. That's going to help you in a big way in reducing your sugar and, it's going to purify your blood. So after all, in the end, any problem that you have medically, no matter what is going to be the pathological name for it, it is finally landing up to one thing, which is the contamination of the blood. If you are going to purify the blood with all these things, and this blood is going to go and increase the normalcy of the function of all the internal organs, you are going to be good enough. It's very simple. And this is what I am giving it to people. And people are coming back and saying that they are all right, they are out of medicines. Why should I take medicine when I become normal? After all, the purpose of the entire medical regime of the world is to cure people in periods, to make them live normal life without medicines. And functional foods are the one which can do the best. Over to you.
Oh, that's a very nice information, doctor, and hope our subscribers use functional foods and get out of diabetes. This is all for this episode. See you in the next episode. Till then, it's your host Susan signing off. Please subscribe, like, and share to the people you care. Love you all.